and welcome to my video. My name is Dee-Ann Louise and I am a practitioner of Rapid Transformational Therapy. I am a certified hypnotherapist and I would love to work with you. Today we are going to be talking about Fawn Response and what that is. So let's get into this. What is Fawn Response? Well, it is also known as people-pleasing, and it is a trauma response. This is where people will do things for others in order to gain approval or to avoid conflict. They will prioritize the needs of the other person, often putting their own needs on that back burner, and most often not even turning that back burner on. And they will be overly agreeable. Anyone who has experienced complex trauma will be a person who is prone to utilizing the fawn response or people-pleasing coping mechanism. It is often associated with childhood trauma, but it can also show up in other instances. People who have a history of abuse, neglect, or rejection, people who have experienced interpersonal violence such as kidnapping, assault, or domestic violence, or people who have experienced being bullied either at work or at school. The wonderful news is that you absolutely can receive healing from this response. I myself was actually a person who implemented this coping mechanism as my go-to for how I dealt with people. And it was just beginning to feel ickier and ickier by the day. I am so grateful that I came across RTT and found the help that I needed. I was able to find the root, the reason, and the cause for when, where, why, and how that coping mechanism became a part of me. And I can actually do the same for you. What I would do is regress you back into most likely your childhood while in hypnosis. Hypnosis is a very natural state of being. There is absolutely nothing scary about it whatsoever. You are in full control the entire time. The only thing that actually happens is you shut off the outer world and you go into your internal world 100% completely. I just ask you a whole bunch of questions regarding events, scenes, places, times, all to do with when, where, why, and how that particular response became a part of you. We find that root, reason, and cause, and then we flip that for you so that we're not actually erasing that it happened. We are then placing it in the past so that it no longer has any control over you. You are left with a transformational recording filled with your words that I find out from you about what you believe your life will look like without that fawn response problem, that issue in your life, and we fill your mind, we rewire your mind to believe what is actually true about you, how beautiful you are, how worthy you are, and that you are actually enough because you truly, truly are. Marissa Peer has created this incredible modality of therapy that is so rapid. You do not have to be sitting in a therapist's office for the next 10 years working on being able to say, I am angry with my father, just like Richard Gere in Pretty Woman. You can actually receive that healing within as little as 20 minutes. Yes, it is possible. This is not a fallacy. I'm not making this up. I myself have experienced this healing. It is truly transformational, and I want the same for you. So you are going to save time, you are going to save money, and this is going to absolutely change your life because you can actually receive the healing in one simple session. You are not having to sit in a therapist's office for the next 10 years, and you're not paying a therapist every week, week in, week out on Tuesday at 4 p.m. You're not having to show up. You come in, you see me that one time for the actual session itself. We do an intake session beforehand. I do check-ins along the way just to make sure that you are listening to the recording that I leave you with, and that maybe you have questions, maybe something comes up for you, and we can discuss that. But yes, you can actually be freed from this people pleasing and come into a place where you have complete ownership of who you are. You are in control. You are calling the shots. It is your world and you are the CEO. All right. So do not delay. Book your discovery call with me today. It is completely free, and we can talk about how we can put this in the past for you. So what are you waiting for? Visit my description box below. My website is there. It is completely clickable. I also have an email address. Shoot me an email. We can chat a little bit beforehand. I would love to connect with you and make this happen. So I look forward to connecting with you on Zoom. And until then, I wish you well.